Welcome to Ketchup with Max and Jose, episode 35. So a lot of people reached out, making sure that we were safe and sound from the fires here in Los Angeles. They did get not too far from us. We had to pack up everything and get ready, but we never actually ended up having to evacuate. So thank you for checking in. I think that the hardest part was just deciding what we were going to take, other than the cats. I had a few antique books, and that was about it.
Yeah, I just had my passport, birth certificate, laptop.
I lost my my birth certificate a while ago, somewhere.
Yeah, you got to look for that. Yeah. But yeah, no. So it's been a rough start to 2025 for a lot of reasons. So one of the charities that we donated to both last year before the fires and during the fires is World Central Kitchen. They're on the ground for disaster, and they're feeding all the people that have gone through the things. Like in Altadena, they were very active. So definitely check them out. They do a lot of good work. So definitely recommend them if you can spare $1 or $2. But anyway, that aside, and the rough start to 2025, and the really long January that we're still in.
It is still January. Oh my gosh.
It is still January, the longest January that ever was. There's a lot of good stuff happening in the future. At least for this channel, we just hit our 4-year anniversary. I know posting's infrequent, but hey, we're almost to 75,000 subscribers. I think
you can get that silver play button this year. That's the goal.
That is my goal for this year, to get that silver play button, and it's gonna say Jose on it, or Catch It with Max and Jose. Obviously, you're still in most of the videos. It's more Max and Jose, but
he does all the editing, so
I've earned it, baby.
I don't do any of that.
But speaking of anniversaries, you're about to hit your 5-year anniversary on February 25th of this year. Your first episode was making medieval cheese.
Yeah.
So is there anything exciting you got planned? Are you going to finally do that musical that
No,
it's not happening? All right. Okay. Well, there you go.
I haven't been able to find something. This is a lot more work than expected. But no, I got nothing planned other than just putting out episodes.
Yeah, I mean, and he hasn't missed an episode since he got on that weekly Tuesday cadence. Even with our wedding and the threat of fires, we have at least like 1.5 videos. And we have travel coming up, and anytime you do travel,
bank a bunch of episodes.
And by banking, he means he's working like 68 hours a week, rushing, trying to get things done, because on top of the research and the editing, the filming and the cooking and script writing and choosing a Pokemon, not that that's a big deal.
It takes a long time.
It's a last step. And this last time, our Pokemon collection has grown to about 400, 500.
Oh, you got to flash up a picture of the avalanche.
He made a huge mess, and I had to reorganize everything. And I think maybe in the future we find a new system. Right now it works because it's beautifully color-coded. But, oh, Lord, just finding that single Pokemon's bit
in the back,
it's a pain. Yeah. But anyway,
we need better shelving.
It's a lot of good stuff coming. We're gonna, Max has mentioned, I'm gonna be going to Europe for the first time ever, so I'm really excited. Gonna go in Budapest, and we're hitting Vienna and other places.
Budapest, Melk, Vienna, Bratislava, and then Rome and Florence.
Yeah.
Because the first part, because as you can see, it's two very separate sections of Europe. The first part is we're doing a river cruise with AMA Waterways in preparation for the river cruise with AMA that I'm leading in October, where we go from Linz in Germany to Budapest. And that one is with fans of Tasting History. This is just us and a couple friends to kind of scope it out, figure out what the lay of the land is, and hopefully not freeze, because it's gonna be cold, especially in Vienna. It's like in the 20s.
Our vacations tend to be tropical islands, Hawaii, Puerto Rico. So it's definitely gonna be an adjustment.
We had to buy winter coats for the first time in like
and I'm like,
decade.
Can I not just wear my Lion King sweater and be fine?
No.
Apparently not. It reminds me of, I used to work for the New Zealand consulate. We're a contractor agency for the consulate that was in Santa Monica. And they sent me to Washington, D.C. a few times. And the first time I went there, it was like winter. And I was wearing my slacks and just like a sweater that I got probably at H&M because that's all I could afford. And my dress shoes. And I was slipping and sliding. And my sweater was soaked. And so quickly I learned that I had to run to the store and get like a proper jacket, because And shoes too. It was also the first time I saw those machines dropping salt into the ground, whatever, like really coarse salt to kind of melt it.
Yeah.
And actually, I think that second trip was the first time I actually interacted with you. I had gotten a message on OkCupid. So anyway, that's a story from an earlier episode, so no one wants to hear that. But anyway, so I'm very excited for this trip in Europe. I kind of just show up usually with my Pokemon suitcase, and I'm like, hey, I'm here, let's go.
We need a new suitcase. We do need to get that.
We do?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's not big enough.
Okay. Well, if anyone knows of a really good Pokemon suitcase, let me know.
Or good suitcase in general.
Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, so very excited. That's happening. But yeah, so for this channel at least, before we leave, besides this episode, I do want to do a Valentine's Day episode. We've done a few Max Rates Mean comments. We've done 2, and they're a lot of fun, I think. The fans love them. And I want to do a Max Rates Thirst comments for Valentine's Day that's coming up. So if you see any really good ones, send them my way. You can send them on Instagram at World Against Jose, or if you leave them down there, just leave the information of what video you found it and like a username, just so I can find it easier.
Search it, yeah.
I like to have them, but don't leave any new ones. There's so many already where it's like, you have great hair, you have great eyes, you have a great smile, and it's just like, all right.
You can leave as many as you like.
there's plenty of those. And so many of them are asked about your skin routine. It's like, he just stays inside. It's 68 degrees inside. It's a freaking cooler inside the house. And he drinks a lot of water, and he gets his 8 hours of sleep. So I think really that's the secret.
Routine.
That's his routine. But anyway, so that's what we got planned.
And good lighting.
Good lighting. And sometimes we dab the forehead, so shininess. Yes. But anyway, so that's what's coming up for this channel, at least for Tasting History. I said it's the 5-year anniversary is coming up, but we were just talking the other day. In the past years, he's done Transportation Month, and he's done Titanic Month.
Yeah. I want to do another themed month in probably April, which is 5 Tuesdays long. Every like couple of months a year, or 5 Tuesdays in a month. And I'm having trouble thinking of what theme to do. We did think of Malady Month.
I did think of
Malady Month. That would have to do, because we just did an episode on gout, and that did well. So I was thinking an episode on scurvy would be good. An episode on Typhoid Mary would be good because she spread it via food. A few other possibilities, quinine and
but that being said, we're not locked in. It is kind of a dark
definitely not
topic.
Locked in.
Not locked in. But hey, like toss out ideas, because heck, maybe we do 2 different months, 3 months this month, because I think you tend to like them, and I think the Homefront episodes are still kind of going, right?
Yeah,
a lot of people ask for Japan and Italy, so I feel like you gotta.
Italy will be, I think, in March, and then Japan. I'll probably also do Australia, Canada, and I have another American one to go. So it was supposed to be 5 episodes long, but I think I've already done like 8 or 9 by now.
There's more countries involved. You gotta give a little more.
I know.
Right?
Okay. I know. Well, it's just it's a matter of, can I find enough stuff? I need to find a period recipe. I need to find enough materials that are germane to food. It's harder than it seems. These episodes don't write themselves,
No. And that's the problem when people suggest, hey, you should do a recipe that my Nana grew up with, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, that's just not going to do.
There's not enough history or whatever.
Yeah, and even...
but then sometimes there is. Sometimes, somebody will just mention a dish, and then I Google it, and it's like, oh, this turns out to have some really interesting stories behind it.
Yeah, and it should be ideally older. I know you cheated and you did the 1980s cafeteria school pizza, which probably goes back a little bit, but at least the recipe you found was from the 80s, right?
88, yeah.
Yeah, so super popular, but it's still pretty modern-ish.
Yeah.
If it's as old as me, it's kind of like, I'm ancient history at this point.
That is not usual. That was my Christmas gift to myself.
Yes, 100%. But that being said,
I didn't even expect it to do well.
A lot of people got really excited. So a lot of people asking for like the Mexican pizza, which I guess was like a hexagonal shape. And I feel like I've had it maybe once or twice.
I think that recipe is actually in the book.
Yeah, but I don't know if I imagined it. So I feel like you got to do it at some point. Maybe like an April Fool's thing. Like that would be fun.
April Fool's is a Tuesday this year.
That would be perfect. Think about it. Maybe. I don't know. Well, let us know what you guys think. But so that's us kind of cooking for the rest of the year. The book is still in progress. TBD. What's the title again?
Tasting History: A Recipe for Disaster.
Yeah. Okay. So that aside, and I think we've already mentioned the Clash of the Cookbooks. That's already out there. Who knows how it did? Like all streaming shows.
Who knows? But it's out there. It was fun to make.
But yeah, and then so that's tasting history. And on my end, I'm still at Disney. I'm still on the marketing side. We just wrapped up Mufasa. It did well in its long run. It's actually I had liked a lot of fun. You know that Always Wanted Brothers song really popped off on the socials.
Yeah, there was one song that did get stuck in my head.
And then
Always wanted a brother.
the Daredevil. Daredevil is the next upcoming project. It's really, really good, and I'm really, really excited. It comes out March 4th on Disney Plus. We got to get you caught up on the other seasons. So it's
The original ones that were on Netflix?
yeah, you can watch it on Disney
any of
Plus
those.
now. There's a handful to get through, but this is a new series, but still the same actors, and it's really good. You don't need to watch the rest, but there's still stuff to take from it. And then there's Rami Malek. He's in a movie called The Amateur that I'm working on. It's a really, really good spy thriller with a twist. He's not Jason Bourne, like beat him up, but he's like the tech nerd that kind of seeks revenge. So it's really good. I never saw Mr. Robot though. Did you?
I did.
Did you
I
like that?
enjoyed that. Yeah. And wasn't he also the guy who played Freddie Mercury?
Yes, which we liked.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, no. But anyway, there's a
Those
lot to
teeth,
love.
The fake teeth that they gave him were crazy.
Oh.
Though it looked like
I think
Freddie
that's
Mercury.
what those are the real
but,
teeth.
but it's just like, oh my gosh, he looks like a cartoon. So did Freddie Mercury.
All right. But anyway, Lawrence Fishburne's also in it from Matrix. Yeah. So
I remember, so we know him as Lawrence Fishburne, but if you look back, I remember I went into this, when I lived in New York, I think it was at Chelsea Studios. It was this place where they held auditions, and they had these pictures on the wall of little black box shows that had taken place there like in the 70s and 80s. And one of them had him, really young, like he was probably in his 20s, and it was Larry Fishburne. It was like, I'm glad he changed it to Lawrence. Larry Fishburne just doesn't have the same gravitas.
Larry Davis is out there, but I get
Larry
it.
David, yeah.
Yeah, Larry David.
No, there's nothing wrong with the name Larry,
Yeah.
but Lawrence Fishburne he has, I feel like he's a weighty actor.
No.
Larry David is not a weighty actor.
That's fair. No, also a really good show.
Also fantastic.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's over.
Sad that it's over.
Fantastic. But anyway, so after that, what do I have? Oh, and Andor Season 2, which we're both really excited for.
Yes.
That's coming out in April. So, but studio side, Captain America's in February, and Thunderbolts is happening a little later in the year, and everyone's really excited.
Not to be confused with the Thundercats. That's what I was
Not the
thinking.
same thing at all. And then Fantastic Four, which we don't know
disappointing.
anything about yet. But wait,
But I've heard it's fantastic.
you grew up with the Thundercats?
Yeah, I watched Thundercats.
You did? We were just talking about this the other day. Just because there's a 5-year gap, Max always sings the Gummy Bear song randomly.
Gummy bears bouncing here and there and there.
And then
it's a great
Ninja
tune.
Turtles is also in your wheelhouse.
Yeah,
And I kind of missed all this. I was like Pokemon and Power Rangers.
The guy who sang the Gummy Bears theme song, he's somebody famous. I looked this up. Put down on the bottom of the screen
Well,
who
I'll
it
look
is.
it up and I'll confirm if he's...
I want to say it was like the lead singer of Toto, but no, that's somebody else. I can't remember.
Can't help you.
Somebody
Sorry.
famous.
Sorry.
I think.
And that's a problem with not having a script for these things. I just kind of write notes to things to touch on.
And I just ramble.
And Max just goes with it. So, But anyway, what else have I been up to? The holidays are over. Christmas is finally put away. Took us forever because Max likes to
It is
go a
not.
lot.
It is not finally put away.
What do you
I
mean?
still have to take down the Christmas village.
Yes. That's all you.
Yeah.
I've done a lot.
It's not February yet. I'm fine. I got a few more days.
What do we got? What else do we got to look forward to? Oh, video games.
Civilization 7. I'm so excited. Civilization 7. So I have played Civilization for years, and it has taken up a lot of my time. Many, many hundreds, if not thousands of hours. And Civilization 7 is coming out on February 11th. And I'm very, very excited. They're sponsoring a video, and I can't wait to play it.
I've never.
But I'm not going to have any time to play it really
'cause
when
you're
it comes out
traveling.
because I'm getting ready to
Yes.
travel. So I need to bring it on the machine, the
Okay.
game machine, when we go to Europe so I can play.
What Max means, he calls everything a game machine, including the Switch. He got me a Steam Deck for December. Although now that Civilization's coming, I realize that he really got it for himself.
No, you asked for it. I got it for you. If I need to use it, we don't need two in the house. But you asked for it. I got it for him.
Okay. I'm working my way through Dragon Quest 3 2D HD, and I'm almost done. And after that, I'm pivoting to Baldur's Gate 3 on my PlayStation 5. I was just...
See, you have so many other games that
RPGs
you're
just take
playing.
so long.
I only have one game.
But besides that, I'm just looking forward to the next Pokemon game because we didn't get one last year, and then Switch 2 whenever that comes.
Also, when is the next coming out with all the little critters?
Pokemon?
No. The one that came out at the beginning of COVID.
Animal Crossing?
Animal Crossing. I'm ready for another Animal Crossing.
We only get one once a console generation.
It's been 5 years.
I don't know if people will draw to it. There's because it's peak COVID times. It's almost like kind of like trauma there. I don't know.
Yeah, that's possible. The music starts up. It's like, I remember.
Yeah, I'm picturing that dog staring into he's seen some stuff. And it's just like.
Yeah, right.
But maybe not. I mean, the game did amazing, and even one of my coworkers, Lexi, she just started it, and I'm kind of like, you're kind of like 5 years too late, but I need to drop off some fruit in her island so she could sell it for more money.
I haven't logged in 4 years.
Yeah, there's cockroaches all over my house, I'm sure. But outside of that, so it's late January right now, and we actually finally got some rain. It's like the first rain
in like 9 months.
In forever, so it's a very, very dry year. But I have tons of roses out there, and so my roses are thankful. And I've pruned everything now. I fed them just 2 days ago, which is great. So no garden update, but there's like 144 planted and ready to go. Hopefully spring I can just film them and see where we're at. A lot of this, again, is David Austin roses, so they kind of burn up in the summer, but they look beautiful when it's not summer. It's really exciting. But anyway, so those are the quick highlights, I think. It's the same old, same old.
You're all caught up.
Yeah, we don't do very much, but thanks for following. But it's kind of a short episode, so I thought maybe we do a quick little this or that, Max.
All right.
All right.
This or that.
We're going to go through this real quick.
Yep.
Okay. Ice cream or frozen yogurt?
Ice cream.
Favorite flavor?
Chocolate peanut butter, specifically the kind that you purchase at the store, but it's from Baskin-Robbins. Not the one at Baskin-Robbins. They don't freeze the peanut butter enough.
Got it. Okay, that's very specific.
Yeah.
But you heard it here. So if you see him at the book tour, whenever that happens, he'll be like, "Here,
Bring
Max."
me a pint.
No, just kidding. Don't do that.
It'd be all melted, people.
Yeah, that's like, everyone shows up with ice cream.
And the great thing is the stupidly frozen chunks of peanut butter. That's the best part.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, so much for quick.
Yeah.
Pineapple pizza or candy corn?
Pineapple pizza.
Okay. Ketchup or ranch?
Ketchup.
Regular fries or curly fries?
Regular.
Popeyes or KFC?
Popeyes.
Taco Bell or Del Taco?
Taco Bell.
All right, we're pivoting away from food now.
Now I want Taco Bell. Not really.
No. I had a tummy ache earlier. I need another one. I like Taco Bell, don't get me wrong. Ancient Rome or ancient Greece?
Ooh. Ancient Rome, but that's hard.
Okay.
Because I love both.
Okay. Medieval knights or samurais?
Medieval knights.
Yeah, that was an easy one. Pirates or ninjas?
Pirates.
Okay. I don't like pirates. I'm all about ninjas.
What's not to like about pirates?
I don't know. I was just...
I mean, I wouldn't want to actually know them.
I don't like being at sea, and then I think stinky and seasick and scurvy and fish and salty meat. It just seems like a lot. Not the life for me. Anyway, all right, now pivoting to would you rather? Would you rather camp in the wilderness or stay in a luxurious hotel?
Stay in a luxurious hotel. If I'm camping in the wilderness, I've probably been kidnapped. So.
We've considered glamping. It just hasn't happened.
I enjoyed camping when I was young, but I don't like to lay if it's not a Tempur-Pedic mattress.
I was a Boy Scout for 2 years. Let me tell you, it was terrible. I hated every second of it. Yeah. I never had the supplies because we grew up poor. So instead of a sleeping bag, I had a blanket and a pillow, and I slept on top of a rock. It was not ideal.
I remember this one time we went like Boy Scout camping, and it was me, my dad, he was a big guy, and my brother, and we were all three in this tent that I swear was like this wide. It was the tiniest little, and then another guy, Sean Garvey and his family, they had this tent. It was like the one from Harry Potter where you walk in and it's like got stairs. It was massive.
They didn't invite you in?
No.
So much for a friend.
Yeah.
Wait, was he your friend?
It was Jesse's
Apparently not.
friend. Jesse's friend.
All right, sorry. Roller skating or ice skating?
I'll break my wrist in either one. So if I had to, I would say roller skating, but I broke my wrist ice skating, so.
I've never been ice skating.
I don't do either.
Would you rather have a bad haircut or a bad dye job?
I've never had a bad dye job, or any dye job. Oof, probably a bad haircut. Because people forgive, you know, everybody's had that.
Yeah, you can wear a hat. All right. Would you rather have bad breath or body odor?
Oof. That's hard. Probably bad breath, because at least you can, like, not talk to people.
It could be like that that show with the soccer things. Ted Lasso, the little girl had bad breath. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
That was
that's
the whole
such
thing.
a good show.
That was the whole thing. That last season wasn't that great. I'm sorry. But it's
No,
coming
it
back.
kinda went off
It's
the
coming back, yeah. Anyway, and last one. Would you rather be constantly sticky or constantly itchy?
Ooh. I hate both of those things, but constantly itchy if I knew that by scratching it, I wouldn't get scars. Because, like, if you have, like, chicken pox, you can't scratch. But if you're just, like, itchy, you can scratch. I hate being sticky.
That's not the route I was going with, but anyway. So that's all I had. I'm sorry. I just Google searched. I should have prepared better. I'm not putting in the research that a regular tasting
Clearly not.
does. I should have asked.
This wasn't 30 hours of research,
Yeah,
you're saying?
I should have sourced some questions from people, but you know what?
Next time.
Next
time.
Or not. I don't know.
We'll do a March episode, maybe.
Maybe.
When we get back from Europe.
I'll probably disappear for a year, the way things have gone.
No. Once a month at least.
Got it.
Keep it up.
All right. Well, anyway, I think that's all I have to say. I don't think there's anything too exciting. The kittens have been doing amazing. They're
Sleeping over there right now.
a year and a half old.
Cersei's doing great. She ate twice today. That's a big thing.
And the reason you never see her is because we barely see her, so it's kind of like, yeah.
Only when she eats do I see her.
Yeah.
Or at night when she gets on the bed.
Yeah. No,
But the moment I turn on the light, scatters like cockroaches.
cockroach.
I don't like a cockroach.
But life is good, so I hope you guys are well. I think the year's been a rough start, and I think you should take care of yourselves. What we've been telling ourselves at work is protect your peace. Something that is causing you drama or making you feel uncomfortable or like stressing you out, like sometimes it's just easier to cut things out, and so you're not focusing on them. So protect your peace. Do things that make you feel better. It's going to be interesting times for a while. So
That's why I buy a lot of Lego. It makes me feel better.
that's his excuse. But actually, the worst thing
For
about
mental health.
the worst thing though is I hate that he takes them apart because it takes up so much space.
We can't keep them all.
I know.
So I take them apart.
I know.
And eventually.
Are you actually ever going to rebuild them?
I don't know. I've rebuilt some in the past.
Makes it harder though.
It does
right?
make it very hard.
Yeah.
Especially for the big sets.
Yeah.
When it's like 3,000 pieces in one box.
Yeah. I don't build too many Lego sets, but I do enjoy the flowers, like these in the back. They're kind of cute.
I've also
They're fun.
donated some.
Okay.
Yeah. I gave our dentist one whole set. No, not our dentist, our vet.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, anyway, good thoughts. If you have any ideas of future Catch Up with Max or regular Tasting History episodes, let us know in the comments. Any parting words to your followers, Max?
Ideas for theme month. For a theme month. And yeah, thanks for watching.